Hey there, sausages. Jason here. I just wanted to do a little bit of a vlog, talking about just more about my motivations for why I'm doing this. So, I was thinking recently about what got me into it, and I'd been talking to somebody, just sort of thinking about what keeps me motivated, why did I do it, and it's kind of interesting to me, at least. I don't know, it's I work a full-time job and a part-time job, and I want to be out and doing things, and I try to keep myself entertained, but I still find myself with a lot of extra time, so I end up watching a lot of, either Netflix or Hulu, or lately it's been a lot of YouTube, and I sort of think to myself, it's well, I mean, I have some interest in things like that, and it's I could probably do something like that, and I've been around people that have attempted to do things on YouTube, and my friend currently, they have a YouTube channel, and they put all sorts of random stuff on there, and their dad's big into filming and editing and things like that, so I'm well, I can learn things from them, and so I basically put that into practice, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that I do a lot of video game related stuff and Let's Plays and things like that, and at first I was never the type of person that would actually watch anything like that. I'd much rather play the games myself, and if I was ever watching videos about games on YouTube, it was usually just stuff trailers, or I would watch to see if there was some sort of review. Maybe I would watch a few minutes of gameplay just to see what it's like, but that developed into I would watch a lot of Vinesauce, with Vinny, and especially Joel, a huge fan of Joel. I like that Swedish meatball. But anyway, I thought it was great, and that sort of got me into watching Let's Plays, but they didn't play the typical games, and I liked that. But then I started watching a lot more on YouTube, Game Grumps got really big into them, and then I started watching Markiplier, started watching Jacksepticeye, and I just sort of expanded into I was watching a lot of things like that, and the more that I thought about it, the more that I thought that I could probably actually do something like this too. And I'm not trying to compare myself to them at all. They're much bigger channels with much better processes than I have access to. I gotta stop playing with things while I'm talking. But I just figured it's something that they're doing that, I mean, they're having lots of fun with doing it, and they're doing it for their job, and at the same time it's I fill my free time with stuff like this because I find it interesting, so it's obviously it's I could probably share stuff like this too, so why not? And really it comes down to the fact that I have no idea what I am going to get out of this, but at the same time I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to make a decent go of it, and I'm going to try to make it as good as I possibly can. So I don't know, it's just it's interesting to see that I spend a lot of time focusing on watching content from people like that, which I think they're great, and they do a really good job, and they make me laugh, and it's they're part of my sort of daily viewing habits, which is odd because I never thought that videos like that would actually be something that for me. So I don't know, this is just completely random. It's really just something more for me putting my thoughts out there, but yeah, it's just I see people doing things, and I think to myself, why can't I do it? So that's why I decided I'm going to do it. And typically that's the way that I work. If I see something that looks interesting, or something that somebody else is doing, and I think to myself, it's well, why can't I do that? I end up sort of teaching myself how to do it, or I get them to teach me how to do it, or I'll do research online for how to do it. I'll just do something, and I'll learn. It's I don't know, I'm very hungry for knowledge, and if something is incredibly interesting or cool looking, it's I want to be part of that. I want that to be part of my world. And so, I mean, and the same sort of practice happens with me at work. I see something, and I'm well, why can't I know how to do that? It's the type of person that I want to be is I want to be the person that knows how to do everything. Because that makes me more valuable in the workplace, so therefore I can't have my job taken from me because there's always something else that I can do. And it's if you need me to fill some sort of different position, it's I want training, but at the same time, if I can't have the training, I'll probably teach myself how to do it. So that's what YouTube's been a lot of. It's definitely been an experiment that's turned into something that I've actually like really enjoyed. I mean, it's been like over 5 months now since I've been doing this. It's nearing 6 months, and it's nearing the end of the year. It's nearing my birthday. Like I had some minor goals for myself, which I think that like a goal that I had for myself in the beginning was like over realistic, and I've since then changed it. I've met my very first goal, which was to get to 25 subscribers, and to I wanted to make $1 from YouTube. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll never hide the fact that like I am making money from this. My videos are monetized for the most part. So I wanted to hit 25 subscribers and make $1. And I did that, and I was pretty happy. I'm like, that's cool. So that's a little bit of motivation. So my next goal is to make $5 and to get 50 subscribers. And you know, I'm sitting right now at like 29 or 30. It sort of fluctuates, depends on like how many bots subscribe to my channel or not, or how many people are subscribing just to like coerce me into subscribing to their channel instead. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing that I've gotten myself into, and I still find it fun. And I still find the motivation to actually do things for it. It's been a little bit rough this last month, or at least this last couple of weeks, because I don't have enough help at work, and I'm tired. And so, like, I've been relying heavily on the fact that when I do actually do recording, I usually record a pretty hefty amount. So I have a good backlog of videos to fall back on. So, and I do that on purpose. Like, I know that I have a full-time job and I have a life outside of this, so, and I know that YouTube isn't anything that can, like, I can't call it a job, but I definitely spend like a good 40-hour work week doing it. But I don't know, it's been a fun experiment. It's helped me sort of break out of my shell a little bit. I've learned lots of things. I mean, heck, I used to edit all of my videos and create all of my thumbnails on my phone, and then it turned into me doing it on my computer, which I was using like Windows Movie Maker to do all my editing, which that worked, but I needed something a little bit better, and then I upgraded to a copy of Vegas, which has like completely expanded everything that I can do. I mean, I look at what I can do with 3DS gameplay, which I'm excited, because coming up soon is Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I'm going to do a playthrough with that. And I'll actually be able to present it in a semi-professional way, and that makes me like super excited. Then there's the fact that I've been streaming, and like I've actually gotten a lot of like the streaming kinks worked out. Most of it was just internet connectivity and issues with stuff like that. So not really anything that I had to learn. It's just like getting used to it. But then like my thumbnails and everything, like I sort of taught myself how to use like a pseudo Photoshop program, but I sort of need to get into Photoshop, which I have a version of Photoshop on my computer. I'm kind of scared to use it because it's a lot of stuff to learn. But you know what? It's fine. Like I want the knowledge, and I want to be able to do things the best that I possibly can. And I think I mentioned it in a previous blog that I had. I was like a little bit upset with the way that things were going at work, but ultimately, I mean, the message stays true. Everyone is capable of doing like a great many things, and even if you don't think so, even if you don't think you're capable, the big thing is that you won't know unless you try. So if you want to do something, just try it. The worst that can happen is that you're not good at it. But that's okay too, because if you're not good at it, at least you did try. And if you're doing it for yourself, that's okay. I mean, if it's what you do for your work, that's a little bit different, because you you might lose your job. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's like, do anything that you want to, because you never know if you're going to be good at it. You never know sort of like what sort of response you'll get from it. You never know where it will take you, but at least give it a shot. I mean, if I can be motivated by watching people like make an ass of themselves on YouTube, to make an ass of myself on YouTube as well, There has to be somebody out there that can actually get motivated by something to do something actually useful. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, I mean, if you actually are watching this all the way through, I do appreciate the time that you're taking to actually watch my videos. I know that I'm pretty new to all this sort of stuff, and I don't think that I might not be the most interesting person, but I don't know. Sorry, I heard weird noises. My cat decided to speak up. But anyway, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. To the people that have subscribed to me, I appreciate that as well. I mean, it's fantastic. The fact that anybody's ever even subscribed to me in the first place is amazing. I have a lot that I want to do, and as the community grows and as people actually give me feedback, it helps me develop, and it helps me sort of pinpoint directions that I can go and things that people want to see, even though I do kind of want to just sort of do this for myself. So a lot of the stuff on here is going to be my own direction, but yeah. If you ever want to ask me a question, if there's anything that you want to know about me, just let me know. Maybe eventually I'll do a thing where I'll respond to questions and answer a whole bunch of stuff, but that's for another time. Maybe I'll make that a goal for when I hit 100 subscribers or something. Small steps, baby steps. But yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'll post a link up here to another video. Maybe you want to check it out. It'll just be something random, something, yeah, just something. I'll figure it out in post. Bye guys, have a great day. Will you shut up? You too. Oh my god, that's so dusty.